Hey everybody, Krystal Gamer here, and welcome to a new speed build video. I'm pretty excited today too, not just because of this build, which I am actually pretty excited about. I love this build. I'm very happy with it. I hope you guys like it too. But the other thing that I'm very excited about is that I have a new mic boom. Yay! I am so thrilled about this. Since I started my channel, I have had my mic sitting on my desk. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, except for the fact that I end up getting a lot of desk noise in the mic, which is very hard to deal with. Like, I can't touch my desk at all or do things without getting it coming in through the mic. And so I was using this material to try to tone that down, and that helped. But even with that, I ended up with this big material thing on my desk and the mic stand and all of that. And now I have this mic boom and it's hanging over and I can move it out of the way when I'm not recording. And I'm also hoping too with this that I can keep the mic closer to my mouth than I was able to do with the one on my desk, because the one on my desk, the way it's set up, I have to sit further back because my keyboard and my mouse come out. So I have to sit further back. So I couldn't actually get as close to the mic. I couldn't get within the recommended allowable distance to the mic is what it was. I was actually further from the mic. Now with the mic boom, this new mic boom, I can move the mic closer to my mouth, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see, that is supposed to provide a richer and better sound. So I'm hoping that it does. I have my fingers crossed that it does. Even just the space saving and not having my mic on the desk, that in itself is worth it, and it's huge, and I'm super excited about that. But if I get like a bonus improvement on my voice, if my voice sounds even better on the mic, that will be even cooler. And it wasn't that much money either. It's kind of a cheap boom. So we'll see how it treats me over time, because it's definitely not anything that's very expensive. I got a cheapie, but yeah, I wanted to just see if I could get the mic off the desk and maybe make things a little bit nicer around here in my work area. And so it's definitely going to accomplish that. We'll see if it accomplishes anything with the sound. And you guys can let me know down below, those of you that listen to me regularly, in particularly those that watch my videos on the regular, let me know down below if you can hear any difference in the sound at all. It might be no discernible difference. I don't know. I don't really know what to expect with it. This is my first time recording with it. So we'll see. And this was an Amazon purchase, by the way, and I got it here in, I don't know, it was like a day. It arrived so fast. I expected it to take a little while, but it arrived so fast. And I was so excited because I came downstairs yesterday and my husband had it all set up already. He had put it up and everything. And I was like, woo, it was a big surprise. It was great. It was lovely because it came here so quick. And it was so unexpected. So yeah, this is my first recording with it. And this house, I guess I should probably get to talking about the build sometime today, right? So yeah, the build. The build is a modern build. I was in the mood to do something modern. Didn't really know what I wanted to do though. And I wanted something that was modern, but I didn't want it to be all boxy. A lot of times, if I do modern, or just modern in general, is to me very, very boxy, and I wanted something a little bit more dynamic. And because my last build was sort of the smaller, for me, more of a low end build, especially than this, and it had a lot of symmetry and all of that. So for this one, I kind of wanted to go in the opposite direction. I wanted to go more modern, less symmetry, and something a little bit more dynamic, but I wanted some curved lines. And so I did what I think a lot of Sims builders do, is I decided to go out online and look around. And I was thumbing through some images and seeing what was out there. And I came across a modern house that had some interesting roof lines, really interesting roof lines to me. It had some curved roof lines and it had this carport thing on the right. And I liked the roof lines a lot. And this build, unusually, this never happens to me. This might be the build that most closely matches my inspiration of anything I've ever done. Because usually I find some inspiration house or thing online and it'll be one very, very small element of an inspiration picture that I take, and I kind of run with it. And in the end, it looks absolutely nothing like my inspiration at all. And this time here, this house actually looks a bit like the inspiration home. Like, I think if I were to look at it side by side, the finished product, you could see that I was inspired by the lines on this other home. At least to me, I can. So that's not something that happens often. And then the other sort of torture with this house, if you will, it wasn't really torture, but I used these things that affixed to the wall, these wooden sort of, I don't know, they almost look like Venetian blinds a little bit, that affixed to the walls. And I think that they came with Strangerville, and I love them. They're a lot like dividers that we got that I think came with Get Together. Don't quote me on all the packs. I have all the packs and I get confused as to what comes with what, but they look a lot like a divider that we had had for a long time, only these here affixed to the walls. And I haven't really used them yet. I think I used them as a backsplash in a kitchen once. But for this, I wanted to create, I don't know, so again, something a little bit more dynamic. I wanted to have some trims and things like that. And we don't really have, I don't know, we don't have that in our paints and things that much. And so I decided to use these little Venetian blind looking things. And that was, yeah, if you want to use these and you want to make them small, there are some challenges, because if you try to do them while they're up on the house, it's much more difficult. It doesn't want to stay where you put it and everything. And so I had to keep moving these pieces, as you can see, as the video's going, I had to keep moving these pieces onto the ground in the front to get these little Venetian wall fixture things the way I wanted, because if you just put them up there too, you end up with gaps, and I didn't want gaps. I wanted straight lines going all the way across with no gaps. And so, yeah, that was a bit of fun, because I just had to keep moving pieces to the ground to make it happen, and setting them all up and then putting them up top. And I put those little pieces on a lot of the house, so it's kind of time consuming. And yeah, and the carport I spent forever on too. So there were a couple of things on this build that I spent forever. As you can tell, we're halfway through the video and I don't even have half the house built, because I spent so much time on the beginning pieces, especially like the carport. There was lots of decisions that went into. I don't think I've ever spent so long on a carport, but what I did with the carport was kind of going to affect where I was going to go with the rest of the build. And the carport, oh, by the way, was in my inspiration home. They had a carport with this curved roof. I changed the curve on my roof, but it did. The inspiration home actually had a carport with a curved roof, which is kind of amazing that was my big thing that I started with, was this carport. And then this front area that I did, the inspiration for this came from a totally different picture that I saw elsewhere that had some kind of like stone slabs in the front, and these slabs were done in a design, and I liked that. And so I did that here, only I did it with foundation pieces, and they're covered in wood. So they're more wood slabs than stone slabs. And that was mainly because I changed the house from the original black that I started with, and I decided to go with this brown and green look. I kind of wanted to look maybe a little bit on the eco-friendly side. I don't know that it's actually eco-friendly. I didn't even use solar panels on it, but I sort of wanted to give that kind of eco-friendly, one with nature type feel. And I thought brown and green might do that a little bit. And so that's why I went with that. And if anyone likes this enough that they want to download it, it is on the gallery. It is CC free. Or I'm putting it on the gallery. If I don't have it out there by the time I get this video out, yell at me, because every now and then I do forget. But it is a CC free house. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. I have it designed for one big bedroom for the parents. And then in my mind, there are 2 kids, 2 girls that live in this house with them. One would be about 14 years old. The other one is closer to 17. I actually created a family for the house, and I wanted to do a story with this house with it, but unfortunately I ran out of time. Wanted to get this video out today, and I didn't have enough time to feature the family as well. They're in some of the screenshot photos, but yeah, I didn't have enough time to kind of do the whole story with them. So they will end up going in another house with a story for them in a different home, which is fine. That'll be cool. Oh, and I'm also, almost forgot to say, my friend Retha is putting up this house. I'm putting in she's doing a stream on Thursday for her birthday. So if any of you know Retha Sim or you're interested or anything like that, she's a really cool girl. She's from Sao Paulo in Brazil, and she's doing a stream Thursday night. I'll put the information on the screen because I don't know it all offhand. I'm terrible about stuff like that, but I'll make sure I'll put the information on screen if you guys are interested in joining her, because it won't be just this house that she's streaming. She's going to be streaming other stuff too. She's doing a little birthday celebration where people are making either Sims or birthday rooms or submitting houses for her birthday. And so I decided to submit this house, and I'm going to try, fingers crossed that I can make it, I'm going to try to attend her stream Thursday night when she does it, because I do houses and different builds sometimes for streams, and then I never end up actually seeing them stream. Like I've done, I don't know, I think at least 2 or 3 for Ninny's challenges. Ninster, she's another good one that y'all should follow if you're not following yet. I've done 2 or 3 for her challenges, and I have yet to see a stream of hers. But part of that is she keeps changing the time, I think. The last time I tried to sign on several times and she wasn't streaming when I thought she was supposed to be. So I don't know if I'm making a mistake or she's just not going by her times. I'm not sure. I'm pretty busy, so I don't always have time to check them out. I wish I had more time because they're great people and I'd love to be able to spend the time with them. But let's see, what else can I tell you about this house that is unique and different? It is a little bit more high end. It has a piano room. It has a sauna. I haven't done a sauna in a house in quite a while. This one has a hot tub out back and a sauna right inside. So the way it's designed, because I have real life in mind, the Sims are not going to care at all. But from a real life perspective, it's kind of cool design wise, in my opinion, because the hot tub is out back in this area with the slat dividers. And so the slat dividers sort of give it kind of some privacy, or at least the feeling of privacy. And then there's a door that goes up, like there's this little set of stairs that goes up, and through the door on the left-hand side is a bathroom, and it's a full bath with a shower and all of that. And on the right-hand side is the sauna. So if it were real life, this would be perfect to me because I'd be able to go in and out of the hot tub and go straight to the restroom right there to be able to change out of my bathing suit or whatnot and shower and everything like that. Or go in and out of the sauna, from the sauna straight to the hot tub. So from a real life perspective, I think that design works great. Sims don't care one way or the other, but from a real life, that'd be cool. Now, the real life elements that I'm missing that I would have included if this were a real life home design, I would have included a laundry room, which I didn't include. And I would have included an additional bathroom upstairs, which again, the Sims don't care about. I just have a habit oftentimes of putting at least 2 bathrooms in the upstairs just because I like a master to have an adjacent bathroom, and then the kids and whatnot can have the additional bathroom. But I didn't include the extra bathroom in this because I had a full bathroom downstairs. And again, the Sims don't care. Other cool features up at the very top of this house, there's this top deck, and I put some yoga stuff out, and I put a little overhang there with a bench so that they can sit down and maybe watch the sunset from there or something like that, or hang out and watch thunderstorms because it's got a little overhang. And so the third deck, in my mind, the people that live here use the third deck, but the second story deck in the front, not really used. Mom and Dad have some sliding glass doors that go out to that second deck, but my thought is that deck isn't really used. There's so much other deck space and backyard space and the rooftop deck and all of that they don't need that. And I have a little storage closet thing for the gardener, but no laundry room for the maid. So those were the couple of things. The laundry room I would have included if it was a real life house, if I was doing the architecture and the floor plan for a real life house. Oh, and I also have a sunroom in this house that is a game room. I set it up as like a game room with It has, what do you call those things? It's got a treadmill. Yeah, I can't think of anything. It's got a treadmill. It's got a foosball thing, a little reading nook and everything. So the sunroom is a nice little game, relaxation, exercise sort of activity room. That's what we'll call it. It's a sunroom / activity room that they can enjoy. And it also has a little section that's open to below. So it's a very, very small, you can't even really call it a loft area, but it is a little bit open to below there, which to me is kind of nice. It's always nice to have a little bit of an area that's kind of open to below, I think. And then the two girls' bedrooms, one is done a little bit more high end, and the other girl, she's a little bit younger, more creative, and her room is a little bit more cluttered. So in her room, I had the most fun with. The rest of the house is not very cluttered because my thought is they do have a maid, they have a gardener. It's kind of clean designs, it's modern, and so it's purposely not very cluttered because it is supposed to be a little bit of more of a high-end house. So anyway, we're approaching the end. I'm gabbing my way right to the end again. And so you guys let me know what you think of it. If you like it, please do hit the like button. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button below and comment. Let me know what you think of it, and like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You all know how much it helps us YouTubers out if you share and pass it around and everything. And I appreciate y'all spending the time with me today. Thanks so much. And I hope to see y'all back again next time. Bye now.